And the New York Jets have a new coaching staff, a new head coach, a new general manager, and oftentimes when teams have new regimes, that means new players. And that's why there are a lot of people across the league who believe that the signs point to Aaron Rodgers not being back in New York, though this issue is far from decided at this point in time. But it would not surprise a lot of people if Rodgers winds up moving on and going elsewhere. He also has to decide whether or not he even wants to play. That's the first question. But if and when he does that, we'll see where that future takes him, Greeny.
All right, Schefter, thank you. Let me bring it right over to Rex on that subject. Obviously, an organization you know as well as anybody does. Aaron Glenn, the new coach, what is your sense of the possibility about Rodgers?
Well, let me just take you inside those walls because I did interview for that job, and a lot of questions came up. Very few of the questions were about this man's ability as a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, we all know he can still spin the football, all right? But it's the other things. The commitment. Is this man committed to the organization? Is he going to be at all the mini camps? Is he going to be at all? It should never be a question. Should never be a question. Yeah. And the other things, are we comfortable with him doing the Pat McAfee show or this show or that show or whatever? Basically, you're saying this, because it's an organizational decision, not just the head coach, all right? But do you want this Aaron Rodgers to be the face of your franchise, or do you want it to be Aaron Glenn? And so that's what I think is going to be a fascinating situation here. Look, I always thought this. If you have questions and you're not comfortable with one of your players doing a Pat McAfee show or whatever, then you know what? You got the wrong guy. Get rid of him and let's move on. If the answer is yes, you're comfortable, this should be a positive thing, then you bring Aaron back. All right? I think Aaron Glenn could reach Aaron Rodgers. I don't doubt that for a second.
And Aaron Glenn's trying to start a new culture, right? And
yes.
What best example of that if you, my head coach, got Aaron Rodgers to buy in? All right, having those conversations are going to be hard. Okay, Aaron, take your time in the offseason. Go ahead and do what you got to do. All right, but when you come back, I need to know pretty soon now. I'm trying to start a team. I'm trying to start a culture. Will you be here for minicamp? Are you willing to do the things that I need you to do to help me start this culture? You get that answer? Aaron Glenn gets that answer? It's like, okay, you come on back. If you're not willing and you're not committed, then you got to part ways.
Well, that's the thing. Like Brew, the question is, giving him time, like his time schedule. The hell with that.
Yeah,
you walk in and say, you're either with us or you're not. And if you're any doubt at all, adios. You know what, pal? Adios. I don't care how great you are. You don't need to be great with that. We don't need you to win, okay?
I think it's just crazy. I think it's crazy that here's a 4-time MVP, right, that can still play football. And if you watch the tape, if you just turn it on, he got better as the year went on, right? And I think that we all know about the traumatic Achilles injury. I think this guy can still play, especially in a down quarterback market, right? It's a thin QB draft. Someone from an ability standpoint could really use him. However, it's all the things you're talking about, Rex, right? Like, this guy is such a big microphone. And is he a distraction to the point where teams are willing to not have him back, right? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy to even think about. Again, from a football standpoint, if you're the Jets, you would turn on the tape and say, yeah, I don't know if we can get someone else better than this, so maybe we should have him back. His cap number's not crazy. But again, all of that other stuff, and right now, and again, we're willing to part ways with this guy.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't have the best players maybe fit somewhere else better than they fit you. You are trying to create a brand new culture, which they sadly need. That was the worst coaching. You talk about a horrendous, offensive coaching staff. It was horrendous. All right, you couldn't block. That's part of the problem with them. All right, you got to change a whole lot when you come into that building, and it should be fresh and exciting. You're right. The only way Aaron Rodgers is back, if he's sitting back in there and he's in that damn front row, and let's get it on.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do that, no matter how good he is, he's hurting your team,
Randy,
not helping it.
When I look at all the teams in the National Football League that's in need of a quarterback, right now you have one of the greatest arms at the quarterback position that we've ever seen in our game that's still playing up to power. So when I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers is the right fit for the New York Jets. Do y'all remember how we felt as football fans when he went to New York? When he came out Monday night holding the flag before the injury? We were all excited for the opportunity to turn the organization around. He still has an opportunity. Why? Because of the success of a guy like Aaron Glenn. That's what we were expecting from a guy like Coach Saleh. But what? The ship sank. So when I look at the future for the New York Jets, I want to see an Aaron Rodgers, like you said, Tedy, a guy that's committed. One thing that I said when they brought in a guy like Devontae Adams, you have to figure out who's going to be 1A and who's going to be 1B. Did you hear Garrett Wilson toward the second half of the season getting discouraged? That really hurt that franchise, that hurt that organization. Then you still have the running backs in the backfield. So for me, Aaron Glenn, talk to a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Is he committed? Aaron Rodgers could be committed because I really do think the New York Giants with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers can still make some hay in this league.
Is that the work Aaron wants to put in? All right, do you want to go to a team that struggled so much last year? There's still some things that have to improve. You do have
Why did they struggle, Tedy? Yeah. Why, though?
Yeah, I mean,
was it Aaron's fault?
Yes, it was.
But why, though?
Head coach gets fired, coordinators get moved. I mean, Hackett ends up getting demoted. All of that stuff happened. It was a mess. Does Aaron want to go back to that again? Or does he want to let this quarterback market play out and see the quarterback movement all of a sudden? Is there a place that I could slip in that has great receivers, that has a great team, maybe a coach that I can work with?